In the previous class, we have already discussed about objectivity and reliability. So now we will be talking about the validity. Whether a research is valid or not, we must know the research is for a public good or not. It's for the accuracy part. We check validity for accuracy. Now validity can be divided into four parts: the internal validity, the external validity, the phase validity, and the content validity. Internal validity states that the relationship internal within the research work, the internal validity, variables are in relationship. That means the variables are in proper relationship or not, it checks it to determine the credibility part. Then comes the external validity. It is also known as generalizability. That means my research can be generalized or not, that we also must check. So the generalizability of the external validity. Suppose I am taking 10 samples from a research study. I am taking 10 years old boys, 100 sample. Other than my 100 samples, is it generalized to all 10-year boys or not? That determines the external validity. If it goes for every 10-year boys, then our research will be externally valid. Now what is phase? In class 5 6 we have learned face value and place value. Ones, tens, 100,000, that is the place value. And face value means the thing, the number as it is. So face value, as a researcher, what I am studying. So this is Bengali notes, as I am from West Bengal. So my notes are in bilingual. This is my mother note. I am sharing my mother note. I am revising. So I thought to share it with my community as well. So coming back to my point, the main part, these are the notes based on previous year questions. So if it might be asked that what is phase validity. Phase validity means when the researchers are studying for maths, then the variables, then the research must be maths oriented only. It must not shift its focus. So what is content validity? That means, as the name suggests, the content must be valid. जो वादा किया था वो निभाना पड़ेगा. That means the moment we have started our research, that we must not divert from our particular research work. If we divert, then it won't be a valid research. And now the validity diversion part can be from internal diversion. That means the variables is not same. The external validity parts, it's not generalized, then it will be not valid. Then the phase validity and the content validity. Then comes the criterion validity. Criterion all okay, then its criteria is gold standard. Construct validity means construct is the idea. Whether my idea is matching or not is known as construct validity. Idea of the research is okay, then it's construct validity. Otherwise it's not. Suppose I am studying a depression. I am doing a research work on depression, but I am just using some other aspects, some other irrelevant topics, then my content will be not valid. Then my idea will not be valid. Then the construct validity will fall. Accuracy. A research must be accurate. That means while conducting a research, I must know what I am searching. From the academic perspective, from the social perspective, we must maintain the accuracy part. Now credibility, we must not lay emphasis on unethical stuffs. So the research work must be done with serious intentions. Now generalizability, it is asked often in the examination. There will be 3 to 4 questions and options. There will be one options and one questions and 3 to 4 options, and stating a statement which one of the following is generalizability, which one of the following research can be generalized. So generalized means when I am conducting a research, other than my sample, whether the research is valid or not, it is called generalizability. Empirical means based on real life experience. A research, when can we call a research empirical? When it's based on real world experience, direct experience or observation by the researcher. Empirical means direct observation by the researchers. What is systematic? Research must follow a systematic manner. Cyclic manner, as we have discussed earlier, research is always cyclic. That means the purpose, the research, the hypothesis, the experiment, the analysis part, the conclusion. Again purpose, again research, hypothesis, experiment, analysis, conclusion, purpose. So this is a cyclic process because every research has some loopholes. Not every research is foolproof. That's why we call research as a cyclic process. And logical research must be always logical. Other than logic, we cannot conclude our research, we cannot conduct our research. So quickly wrapping up this part, the characteristics of research, which is very important from examination point of view: objectivity, reliability, validity. Validity can be divided into certain parts: the internal validity, whether the particular research variables, the relationship between the variables, the samples are valid or not. The external validity means the generalizability, other than my variables, whether my sample is externally valid or not. It is similar to generalizability. The phase validity, as the name suggests, it must be same. The way I am conducting the research, the way I was planning to conduct the research, and it is going on in the correct direction. What is content analysis? Content analysis मतलब जो वादा किया था वो निभाना पड़ेगा. What I promised to conduct while conducting my research, that must be true. Now criterion, all okay, gold standard, construct validity. That means idea, if the idea matches, it's construct valid. If it doesn't match, it's not valid. Accuracy, that means the true value. A research must be accurate. I cannot put my assumptions into my research. My research must be accurate. My hypothesis must be tested. And I will be keeping a level of significance for error. There are room for error as well because nothing is foolproof. But it must be accurate. We must attain accuracy. Credibility, what is credibility? Credibility means the way I must conduct, or we must conduct the research in a credible way. In a credible way, that means which must not be false. Generalizability, that means research must find its research in a generative way. That means after concluding the research, it must not only work for my limited sample frame only, it must be generalized. When I am doing a research, every aspect of my research must be generalized. It must not be subjective, it must be objective. Then empirical, the meaning of empirical means real life experience. When the researcher is doing research, he must have the real world experience. Research must be systematic, research must be cyclic, research must be logical. Now moving forward to a new aspect, that is the philosophy of research. Broadly speaking, the philosophy of research can be divided into three parts, as you can see: ontology, epistemology, and axiology. Why we collect information, how we collect information, from where we gather knowledge. Knowledge can be gathered from broadly three types: ontology, epistemology, axiology. What is ontology? Ontology states that the nature of reality, the fundamental concept. Okay, objectivism or realism, constructivism, pragmatism. So as we are conducting a rapid revision class, so we are just stating the names and a quick brief introduction. Ontology, nature of reality. Ontology, nature of reality, that means exists independent human perception. Epistemology is a branch of philosophy concerned with how knowledge is acquired, how we are gaining knowledge, justified and disseminated. It questions the source of knowledge, criteria to determine truth and belief, how truth and belief is determined. And what are the subparts of epistemology? Perceptions and observations, sun rising and setting, it's epistemology. Empirical evidence. Right now I have discussed what is empirical. Empirical based on real life experience. And epistemology deals with empirical experience, empirical evidences. Scientific model and theories are part of epistemology. It states the relationship, relativity of perception. When we are talking about relativity, that means we are comparing something. We are taking some base. On the base, how knowledge is acquired. Suppose we are doing some research work right now. So we must compare something. We must do literature review. We must find the gap. We must know how the research was previously conducted. Now, finally, it's the axiology. That means the ethical consideration, value judgment, the human value role of a research. Accuracy, truth, empirical validation, ethics, criteria, critical thinking, openness to revision. That means axiology keeps the room for revision, keeps the room for opening a revision objective. So, quickly stating, philosophy of research can be divided into three parts: ontology, that means the nature of reality; epistemology, that means how knowledge is acquired; and axiology means how human value, role of research, and ethical consideration are followed. All right, so this was it with today's 10-minute rapid revision section. Thank you, and keep supporting At Ease No Media, where we discuss media related topics at ease. And one more thing, we will be bringing some new series so that we enrich our knowledge in media. Quickly, we will be bringing some new series. Thank you, keep supporting.